I totally believe that part of the reason why people don't like to label themselves a creative is because they don't understand it. They just say, oh, it's what I do. It's my hobby. It's my job. But they don't label it what it is. Creativity is that seed, that source, that bolt of electricity. While at the same time, it can also be that amazing amount of silence that you think is pain-filled, when in reality, all it's doing is resting. Learn to understand what being a creative is all about. Unplugged, because we will always say yes to creativity. Totally uncut, because we all make mistakes. So turn it into a tool. This is Arroe Unplugged. This is going to sound kind of crazy, but through pain, you learn something new. I've been injured, and it has something to do with my L5. Are you familiar with that? And the L5 kind of released my tailbone, and it kind of went to the right, and it's affected and infected the way that I walk and the way that I stand and stuff. But I'm under doctor. I went to a professional. This is not something that I picked up on Google. I went to the professionals, which I always suggest that you try to do. But I'm learning something each day with the way that the body acts and reacts. It retrains itself, and it does things so that it can relieve itself from that pain and or better understand what that pain is. And remember, one of the things that I've learned, and I could be a total quack on this, and the person that I learned it from could be a total quack too. Pain comes from when you don't do what you used to do. Do you understand what I just said? We say, oh, I'm in pain because you can't do what you used to do. So therefore, your body says, well, you must be in pain. And it's just learning how to get control of pain management. But learning to listen to your mind, body, and soul starts with meditation, prayer. It's something that I learned in martial arts, because as we did our different moves and stuff, I sat there and I would have communication with my legs and my arms, with my mind, with my back. And it's just one of those things that they... come to my school of martial arts. I'm going to teach you how to talk to your body. I ain't going. That just sounds really stupid, quacky. Hey, it's Arroe. This is The Choice. This is what I was writing while the sun was waking up on a brilliant new day. And today's date is 11/11/2021. Wow. A lot of number ones on there. Number one, number one, number one. Putting one foot in front of the other requires confidence as well as balance. In martial arts, we spent a lot of time learning how to fall. We really did. Fall forward, fall backwards, fall on our sides. And boy, do I ever remember the pain. The body takes the full impact when you learn how to fall. Now, what they didn't teach us was how to mentally prepare ourselves for a falling moment. Martial arts is about the foot fist way. No matter what level of training you study, the way is pretty much the personal side of the journey and not meant for the classroom. I hold no school guilty of not teaching the way. The dojang is not about going in there and learning how to become one with the mind, body, and soul. It's not a place of practice. You go there to learn. Because I am a daily writer, my entire black belt path is well documented. Learning the way has required several different levels of study. Writing being one of the most powerful tools. The human mind isn't going to carry everything that you've learned forward. What lives in our habits today is the luggage that we're carrying. Writing helps me keep the weight off my back while training the eye to stay focused on the reason and the purpose. Always the martial artist. It's not a class by choice. It is a lifestyle. I got to tell you why I'm laughing. Because as an instructor, I would see those dreams and those ambitions and those people that just said, I want to be on that black belt wall. I want to see my name up there. And I would ask, why? Why? What is it? What is it that you're feeling? I want to be recognized as a black belt. I get that. I totally get that. I understand. But when you become a black belt, what do you plan on doing with the knowledge that you hold? Well, I'm going to feel protected. I'm going to feel secure. Oh, I totally get that as well. I get it. But what are you going to do with that knowledge? And I think that's one of the things that we have to learn on our personal journeys as martial artists and as creative people, is that we're always taking in this content, this information. We're learning what the mind, body, and soul are up to, and how they come together as one to create this energy source, your aura. And so the dungeon is right here, the dungeon. And what the Danjan is, that is your source of energy. Now, a lot of people will say, oh, it's right here in the upper part of my stomach. No, the Danjan actually is right above your pelvic bone. And so that's where your energy comes from. And so it's like a diamond area. And so the way you breathe, the way that you bring your energy forward, it's all coming from that area. So if you ever see me out in public, you might see me while I'm busting some serious tail, put my hand on the lower part of my stomach, or just above the pelvic bone, because I'm measuring the energy of my Danjan. I'm seeing if the Danjan if I'm breathing from that area, because if I'm breathing from my chest, I'm not breathing the way I'm supposed to be breathing. And also, I always believe that people that say, I'm not in a good mood today, I'll go, how tight are your pants? And they'll go, what was that all about? No, seriously. If that part of your body, your Danjan, your energy maker is right there at the belt, how tight are your pants? Because if you're covering up your energy, of course you're in a bad mood. If you're putting things in front of the energy maker when you should be pushing that energy, that aura out, then that's your key energy. If you're not putting that key energy out there, then how do you expect to grow? And so being aware of what you're wearing is very important as well. Your Danjan, look it up. You don't have to take my word for it. Your Danjan is right here. What are you putting over your Danjan that's keeping you from growing forward? Key energy is everything. Learning to use it as a tool, just like writing, is what will bring everything to your path. Remember, winning is always a choice. I'm Arroe, and that's what I was writing while the sun was waking up on a brilliant new day.